I've not been on here in a while. I apologize for neglecting y'all, but I'm coming on to ask for help with getting a billboard here in St. Petersburg, Florida. See, what happened was I used to be a registered nurse down here at a hospital, Orlando Health Baby Place, and they have this nurse, Callie Lanning, that created a black minstrel heart and hung it up in the nurses station back in 2004, February, the month of February. And I know it's been 2 years. However, people are still complaining about this hospital. Now, Orlando Health just opened a brand new women's center. We're getting ready to open a brand new women's center. And my fear is that the alleged racist nurse that made that black minstrel heart and felt that it was okay to hang a black heart in the nurses station of a labor and delivery room department. And after my complaints, nothing was ever done. So I had been writing multiple complaints about this particular hospital. I had written complaints to the Ethics and Compliance Department of Orlando Health. And not once did anybody come and say, hey, to Miko, Nurse Miko, Miss Keaton, what's going on in the department? Now, when I had my interview with Charmaine Andrews, who is the former director, thank you for the love, there at the hospital. She's, like I say, former director. I was interviewing for the assistant nurse operational manager. Now, Charmaine Andrews is another black woman. And I know a lot of people are tired about everything got to be about race and it's all about race. It's all about race. And just imagine how tired black people is dealing with racist white and POCs in these hospitals. So she was telling me in my interview in August 2022, because I started working there September 12th, 2022, about all the issues she was having in that department. Nurses throwing lace epidural bags in the garbage can. Now they'll empty the medication out in the in the dispensary where we put the narcotics in, but they'll take the epidural cord tube and wrap it around the bag and throw it in the regular trash. And everybody know that it's still some residuals left in that bag. And they was thrown in the regular trash with patients' labels. It's a footprint sheet that every baby, good morning, Anita, I know that's confirmation, that's my mama name. That's crazy. I just got up, looked at my mama picture. I have my ancestor altar. I want to get sidetracked. But just to have that name come up in this live, Anita, mama, I know you got my back. And I have not been on this live. And when I looked up at the time, it said 3:19, how many minutes? My mom been deceased, passed away March 19th. See, I look at stuff like that. So I know that's confirmation. But let me get back to this long but short story. So I'm coming on here. Oh, well, India, that's okay. But I'm coming on here asking for 3,000 people to give $1 so I can get billboards put up, a one billboard for 30 days put up on the freeway, because they're taking down our signs, because I have been going live on my Facebook page. My Facebook is Mike Brown. And I am very passionate about being a labor and delivery nurse. And I'm concerned that once they get this women's center opened up, although it's going to be a new center, but you still got old ways in them. So back to my interview. So she was telling me all the things that she was having a challenge with these, especially white nurses, doing what they're supposed to do. So when the baby is born, we have this legal document, which is a footprint sheet. We take the footprints of the baby, the right foot and the left foot. In this box, we fill out the statistics, and then we take the mom's right index finger, and you have to put the mom index finger on that paper. So when they get discharged, we would take we give our babies 2 identification bracelets, one on the ankle, one on the wrist. So one of those bracelets gets stapled or taped down to the footprint sheet once the baby is being discharged. with the mom. You know those nurses weren't even doing that. So they had to revert to electronic scanning where you have to have all that information. Then let me tell you what was going on. So once you put the information into the computer, if it's a girl, it'll print out a pink paper. If it's a boy, it'll print out a blue paper with the border. Next thing you know, all you see is these papers sent up on a computer. So you don't know who baby footprint. So a lot of moms was leaving the hospital without their footprint sheets. So this same nurse, Callie Lanning, I was trying to get another PCT, which is a patient care tech. Her name is Ashley Gibson. So I was telling her, hey, can you make my birthing table? She'll make the birthing table. And I put it up on my Facebook page how she left the birthing table outside the door, microaggression. Callie Lanning came into the nurse's station and said, why the fuck you ain't make your own birthing table? Have you ever thought about just going to the person you have a problem with instead of going up the chain of command? Now, they let this white woman curse me out in this nurse's station, and she still have her job. And yes, it's been 2 years. So I'm also seeking justice for Miss Miko. I went to the EEOC department. They failed me because I had everything written out. I had pictures. I had proof. It was like when you got, and they wrote me up 28 times. I was written up via the email, via their cell phone, sending complaints in about me 28 times. I'm going to tell you how it all started. July 13, 2023. A young lady came in, a heavyset white lady, came in, drove from another city here in St. Pete. Should I say county, because she said it was a 2.5-hour drive. They forgot that young lady in that not in the nurse's station, but in the lobby. And when I was coming in, they let a whole nurse go home early. So I was telling them in my complaints to the ethics and compliance department that it's not safe. They're letting favoritism, friendship. So that nurse that went home early could have taken that young lady in and started her admission over in antepartum. By the time we got that lady on the monitor, that baby was dead. So my thing is, this is what I want to happen. And I'm not afraid anymore. I never was afraid. So I say the staff's name. I say Callie Lanning. I say Jaleesa Clark. I say their names because I can't say patients' names. I can't say patient's medical record number. I don't even know how much for us the information that I'm, telling, how that can hinder my RN license. But it's to the point, these people blackballed me. I can't get a job here in St. Petersburg, Florida. I went on live last night on my Mike Brown Facebook page and showed the world with the Baycare website where I put in multiple applications or resumes, only got one interview, and because I believe I've been blackballed, but I tell you, it done went viral on Facebook. Let me see. It done went viral. So all I'm just asking for is 3,000 people, $1 to get this billboard for 30 days. I'm going to show y'all the picture, the heart that this nasty woman put up in the department in the month of February. And anybody in their right mind knew that this lady, you don't do that. That was definitely racist. I found it highly offensive, but evidently they didn't, but they fired me. And then when she went to talk about, y'all bear with me, when she went to talk about the day she cursed me out in the nurse's station. Now, and this crazy, it came right up on this page. This is what she hung in the nurse's station, this black heart. I walked around that nurse's station, the whole department, on the 3rd floor out of All Children's Hospital here in St. Petersburg, Florida. This was the only black minstrel heart. Oh yeah, this is her. That's who and she's been down there since 2006. Since 2006, because I was there in 2006. That is not okay. That behavior is not okay. And then they violated my civil rights. They attacked my religion. One of the young ladies wrote, a black lady wrote that she feared that I was going to do something spiritual to them. So it's crazy how you report issues, but you get in trouble for it. So these are the flyers that I had made. These flyers that stick in the ground, like for the house, this is what I had made. 10 of these, front and back, cost me $197. And you know people are taking them up because nobody want to talk about racism. And the reason why black women and black children have the highest mortality rate is because of medical racism. The hospital's not killing us. It's the people that's caring for us in the hospitals coming in there with their biases on how they feel and treat black people. So this, oh, okay, good. This what Ashley Gibson, this what she left, how she left it in the hallway. This the table I got cursed out at about Callie Lanning. So I've been making all kinds of flyers. All kinds of flyers. I even gave birth there myself to my daughter. Matter of fact, this is the picture of me the day I gave birth to my daughter at Bayfront Medical Center, September 6, 1997 at 5:45 p.m. And this is me when I graduated from St. Petersburg College from my pinning ceremony. So I'm a native of St. Pete. I'm from this community. And how I was done down there as a nurse is ridiculous. This is a picture of my desk that I sat at when I worked at the hospital. They had a problem with me sitting over there in the corner. Jaleesa actually wrote that I sit in the corner and I don't talk to nobody. Me sitting in the corner. Now this is the nurse's station. That's the nurse's station. Right over here where you see those monitors at, that's the charge nurse area. One of the charge nurses, Haley Stevens, the POC Hispanic nurse, said that I bammed on that glass. You know, every time I said something was going to happen when I had a concern about my patient, and every time I mentioned something was going to happen, it happened. One of the doctors, I tried to get Dr. Raphael Gashard to come in because his patient in labor room 1 was having a lot of D-cells all day shift. So I worked nights, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. So I was coming in there, getting handoff, and the off-going nurse was looking so disgusted, so frustrated, and she was like, shit, I'm ready to go. Gave me a report. So a situation happened. I was advocating for the patient. I knew this baby. You was 9 centimeters. That's what I got in report. Then the midwife, the white midwife, Callie, with Callie. She worked with Dr. Raphael Gashard. I'm getting report. She interrupts. No, she's 8.5. She's on hands and knees. They're doing intrauterine resuscitation interventions on this young lady. So I have the black PCT Essence Davis to go get Data Bunny suit. In the event, we got to go run to the OR. And because we was wearing black scrubs, you can't wear those scrubs. You would have to change into the OR scrubs in order to go into the OR. So I had the bunny suit on. Long story short, the midwife did not want me to take care of the patient because I wanted to activate the chain of command, which was to go to the nurse manager, the nurse supervisor, the night supervisor. So they end up giving the patient to another black nurse. Y'all know within an hour, they had to run that girl back to the OR because she had a 6-minute fetal heart rate decel. And then the doctor, when they went into the OR, they did heart tones and the baby heart rate came back up. So therefore, the doctor had time to come in. I was right all along. So that was my cousin calling me. I was supposed to be helping her clean her house up today. But I just need support. I'm going to read this letter right quick. Out of the 7 witnesses that I had on my documents, only one person wrote a statement on my behalf. And she was the assistant nurse manager, operating manager. This young lady right here, Jaleesa Clark, that's the one who sent the email calling all complainers. Is that not harassment, retaliation? You sending an email out because you upset because I'm doing complaining. So I sent that to the Ethics and Compliance Department. No one did anything. So my civil rights was violated. And since it's been, they gave me a right to sue letter. And because the doctor, how he wrote it up, not the doctor, but the EEOC dude, how he wrote it up, no attorneys would take my case. So I'm still going at it. So my goal is, I did reach out to the white young lady who came to our hospital, Orlando Health Bayfront, drove those 2.5 hours. Now, if she get in contact with me, because I did DM her on her Facebook, so she hasn't checked it yet, and that was April the 27th. And if she called me, I am going to, and she already had a rainbow baby, but still, it's been 3 years. That lady still got time to sue, because now she'll know that she was neglected. Yeah. So that's why I'm saying their names and not saying her name. Because when we go to court, all this going to come out again. And now the truth will be told. Because they got to go back and find out, okay, well, this nurse had been complaining. And this, all I need is that girl to get in contact with me. Because soon as she see that DM, she going to call me. And I'm gonna help her get her an attorney. I'm going to tell them what I know. I'm going to release the paperwork that I have. Because that girl got a lawsuit. When I wrote that complaint up, and the black lady, Charmaine Andrews, my former director, she's now a CNO, a certified nurse. A chief nurse officer at a hospital down somewhere in Miami area. And she's a wicked short look. So when she realized, then back in December, later that year, because mind you, this happened July 2023, December, Jackie Suller tells me, Miko, remember that patient? I said, yeah. She said, actually, they forgot she was in the lobby waiting. So they're going to find out when she checked in. And I already put when she got back to the AP room 9. So all I'm just waiting for her is to look into that DM and call me. That lady got a multi-million-dollar lawsuit. And I want to help her get her money because I need mine. My civil rights was violated. They even had the police come to my house. They sent people, somebody from the Bayfront called and said I was making threats. They upset because I'm actually putting this word out and I'm saying their names. I'm not playing with them no more. Black women and black children 3 to 4 times more likely to die having our babies. So this is one of the things I made with ChatGPT to try to get people to help donate. I'm just asking for $1. Since they want to take up my signs, I want to get a billboard. And I'm going to use that minstrel harp. And see, they don't want that to happen. On this, this is what the write-up I wrote. This is one of the many pages. So this is what I said. I am currently being written up and private emails are being sent behind my back from charge nurses, other co-workers. Now that I am writing letters to OHI, Orlando Health Incorporated, Compliance and Ethics Department, and exposing unsafe, unfair behavior, I am being looked at as a complainer, crude, and childish. I'm trying to find that email that Jaleesa Clark wrote and sent to everybody in the department. And you think that's okay? That's retaliation. Even right here. You see why I got it circled in red? She put complaints and fear of retaliation from her on a spiritual level. Many blank report her or interact with her on somebody level. The morale on the unit amongst other, whatever this G word is, because I got the red circle so it's blocking it, and she is a huge deterrent. This same nurse right here, she talking about morale on the unit while her husband was down there getting his dick sucked. He was down there on the same job in that department having an affair on her right up under her nose. I was told that's why they got those monitors in the ORs, because of him. And I'm a deterrent for the morale. No, what you was upset about is that I was exposing the truth. This is what Charmaine couldn't get done, and she was having a hard time because it's very hard to work in a facility and be the boss over white women. I wish racism was dead and gone, but it's not. It's alive and well, and it's definitely breathing, kicking and screaming in that department. Alive and well. So now Callie done made another page. She all on my Facebook because it's done got all around the hospital. And I'm quite sure they done went to the attorneys. Like I said, I want to go to court. If I couldn't do it the correct way, the right way. And so if you want to sue me, right, then that means I got to get my lawyer. Now we got to backdoor this thing. Because I was telling the truth the whole time. That's why I say their names and I don't say the patient's names. Because now you got to call those patients that I wrote about. Remember when they assaulted a patient. My first write-up was August the 16th, 2023, right after the young lady with the fetal demise. When Charmaine called me, well, we want you to be a part of the root cause analysis. I said no, because I know what the root cause analysis is. Y'all have too much favoritism now. That girl sat in that lobby and y'all let a whole nurse go home early. That white nurse could have took that girl in and put her on that monitor and started her admission. But y'all like to dump. You know, when a patient go to a hospital, it's illegal to dump them on another hospital if you ain't, made them stable. So they like to dump people on, doctors do it too. I've been a labor and delivery nurse. This year be 20 years. 2024, 25, 26. It's been 2 years now. 25 months. I've been going through this with this hospital. Just me asking the community. I done tag World Star, everybody in it. Black women are 3 to 4 times more likely to die having our babies. I'm just trying to bring awareness to this hospital down here. Again, my civil rights was violated. A young lady in my community here in St. Pete just celebrated the 10th death anniversary of her 2 twins. her twins. They would have been 10 years old yesterday. Now, I don't know if it happened at that hospital, but she said she believed her babies died because the provider was not listening to her complaints. How many times black women say this here? How many times we say that they don't listen to us? Too often. So, all I'm just asking is one trading place dollar. Them brothers fucked Eddie Murphy life up before it's made it go up and screwed Dan Aykroyd. I should have said it the other way. Fucked Dan Aykroyd up, life up, and made Eddie Murphy on the come up for $1 bet. $1. $1. $1. Lifestyle. I'm sorry about that, y'all. Life got screwed up for $1, y'all. $1. I had $1, but that's all I'm asking. My Cash App is $4 and maternity, MATERNITY, for maternity. Whatever you can give, I'm asking for 3,000 people to give $1 to help get this billboard and get the message out. Thank y'all.